The CB repair barges proved a godsend after the storm. They too had been towed across the channel. A second artificial harbor had been created by the British at Arromanches. By luck and circumstance, it survived the storm. These views were made after the storm, when the harbor was running at full blast. The general design is the same as at Omaha. These are the Lobnitz piers at Arromanches, almost a mile offshore from the high tide mark. The ships are British coasters. Reinforced by what could be salvaged from Omaha, this harbor has handled a vast tonnage of cargo. This is a Rhino ferry taking cargo from a Liberty ship. 32 Rhinos were used in Normandy. All of them were built and operated by the Seabees. After we began grounding LSTs on the 2 American beaches, the Rhinos were used exclusively as lighters for the Liberty ships. Each Rhino carried an average of 80 vehicles per trip from ship to shore. The 2 outboard engines on the Rhino propel the big barges at a speed of about 3 knots. Waders and bulldozers met the Rhinos at the beach. The problem with the Rhinos was to prevent their drying out at the beach. If a Rhino dried out, it was out of operation for at least 6 hours. The Rhino control post on the beach. Bulldozers were used to help the Rhinos retract. The Navy's famous 1006 pontoon detachment handled the causeways on both Omaha and Utah beaches. The flat beaches required an entirely new causeway technique. Instead of allowing the causeways to float, as we did at Sicily, Salerno, and Anzio, we sank the causeways to their entire length of 2,100 feet. Here the Seabees of 1006 are bringing the causeway sections in at high tide and sinking them. All forms of landing craft, up to LCTs, use the causeways. Vehicles which had not been waterproofed could be delivered dry to the beach over the causeways. At Utah Beach, the 81st CB Battalion operated Rhino ferries and established the Navy camp. Commander Jack Greenewalt of Chicago, shown here in his captured German car, was in charge. Commander Hollis, executive officer of the 81st, is at the left, and Dr. Anderson, battalion physician. The camp at Utah was more reinforced foxholes. And even here, good old Navy chow was to be had. They call it Spam. At Cherbourg, the 28th CB Battalion handled naval construction and repair. This is the main pier with the wrecked railroad station. The French line dock. Here the Normandy docked in peacetime, and her passengers entrained for Paris. A German chart of the harbor at Cherbourg. Possible points of attack were zeroed for the coastal guns. This German hospital in Cherbourg was reconditioned by the 28th Battalion. Many of our wounded paratroopers were found in this hospital. La Place Napoleon and Naval Headquarters. Dr. Anderson of the 81st Battalion was the first American doctor to deliver a French baby. To express their gratitude, the French family named the baby Seabee. Here, Dr. Anderson visits the family to check up on little Seabee. The official birth certificate records the baby's name, Seabee Paula Bouchard. The Seabees are not content with delivering the goods. They also deliver the babies.